Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you would never ask. It is Thursday. Today is, believe it or not, it's July 15th, by the way, National Give Something Away Day. So it's a good day to give something away. National I Love Horses Day. Ooh, I do love horses. National Tapioca Pudding Day. I like that stuff, too. Heidi's not a fan.
I'm not. I don't like the chunks in it.
Yeah. National Pet Fire Safety Day. National Gummy Worm Day. And Get to Know Your Customers Day. So if you go somewhere and they feel like chatting a little more than normal, maybe it's because it's Get to Know Your Customers Day. So
maybe.
Could be that. Got a Dear John letter for today as well. And it's about a guy who's a little bit of a cheater, pumpkin eater. Well, he hasn't gotten caught. He hasn't done it yet, but he certainly is trying. You can chime in with some advice for uncomfortable neighbor. You can do that on our Facebook page, facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. Researchers in Cape Cod are developing a model that will allow them to predict when great white sharks will attack.
How do they figure?
I'm guessing lunchtime, breakfast time, and dinner time. I have no idea.
I don't know.
They're working on a model. I'm not sure. I don't know what the plan is. Moving over here. A survey says doing household chores is a far better way to woo a woman than giving her chocolate or flowers. Just under half of the females surveyed said helping around the house was the way to their heart, admitting they'd be more impressed if their partner did ironing rather than taking them for a weekend away or a romantic candlelit dinner. What do you think, Heidi?
I completely disagree with that. First of all, I don't iron anything. It's called another round in the dryer.
Oh, hey, I think I still have laundry in the dryer.
I know we do.
I forgot about that. Yeah, we just hit the tumble for like another 40 minutes. We're married, by the way.
And we buy this wrinkle-free clothing.
Yeah, I remember getting a shirt one time. I really liked it. I wore it once, then we laundered it. It was all wrinkly.
It was wrinkly.
Like, never gonna wear that again.
This is gone.
Get a new rag for the garage. All right. Thanks for listening to Surveys and Studies and Such, brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
This is Your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by timeforrehab.com. 31-year-old Californian Bridget Frank was arrested on felony bad check charge for failing to appear in court on a separate misdemeanor. Frank released from custody, posting an $8,500 bond. And here's the thing that's interesting. Her shirt apparently is the thing that's interesting. She was arrested for drunk driving, assault with a deadly weapon, cruelty to children, narcotics possessions, all of this stuff. But she's in the news because she was wearing a shirt that's a bootleg Louis Vuitton shirt.
Okay.
But across the chest of her shirt, it's spelled wrong. Louis is spelled wrong. Vuitton is spelled wrong. So it says not even really Louis, but it's like the wrong spelling of Louis and then V-tone.
Oh, funny.
So her mugshot is what's actually getting all the praise. So yeah, the drinking and driving and the narcotics, all of that, pales in comparison to a misspelled shirt. Apparently that's what happens when your brain is on drugs. Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by channelsurfertv.com. Anybody that saw the news since this weekend probably already has heard this, but Sir Richard Branson became the first billionaire to fly into space aboard his Virgin Galactic rocket plane. Happened Sunday. We actually saw a little clip of this.
We saw.
We were out with some friends and we saw it on a screen at a place we were at. I was like, oh, hey, that's kind of cool. Branson took 5 employees on the voyage, and they were all able to experience weightlessness for a few minutes. How do you, out of hundreds of employees that he has, maybe thousands, how do you pick 5?
All of them probably his very best.
Got a
or
sales
his
contest.
least favorite, he's going up. He's like, if we don't come back.
Got a sales contest. Whoever pushes the most phones this month, you get to go to outer space.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't know how you do that. Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier, I'm probably saying it wrong, vowed to fight again after Saturday night's fight in Las Vegas. So there's going to be like another fight, apparently. And also in sports, I don't know how any of this stuff came into this segment, but here it is. A soccer match in New Zealand was disrupted by a sea lion. What?
How did...
Are they playing in a park
Right?
down by
Where?
the water? I have no idea. Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of PureCana.com, promo code radio. A wanted car thief in China avoided arrest for a couple of days until he surfaced to catch the latest episode of his favorite TV show.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Series of car thefts. Police began looking for 17-year-old for some time. They caught him when he came out of hiding to visit an internet cafe.
Oh
where
my
he was
gosh,
watching
that is
a
so
video
funny.
stream of his favorite TV show. So that's kind of interesting. Career Builder, I've heard of them before. They did a survey and they talked to a bunch of managers to find what are some of the weirdest excuses people have used for being late for work.
Okay.
So here's one. There was a stranger sleeping in my car. That's a pretty bizarre excuse.
That is extremely
Another one.
bizarre.
I was too drunk and I forgot which Waffle House I parked my car at.
Oh, funny.
What? You don't tell somebody that. Oh, that's why you were late for work. Here. I thought there was no reason. Another one. I passed out after getting 10 vials of blood drawn.
Oh.
Why would you have so much blood drawn? And the last one. I lost my brassiere somewhere in my room. That's why you were late for work?
You
Really?
only have one?
I don't know. And you get a story over here that I don't know anybody out there that's tried this, but there's apparently ostrich jerky and there's alligator jerky. I've had beef jerky, but I've never had, I think I had turkey jerky one time. But have you ever had earthworm jerky?
No.
Nor have I, but it is a real thing. It is available on the internet. I have a link if you want to check it out.
Ew.
The product description is pretty basic. It says unique, edible, good source of protein.
Oh, no, thank you. No way.
Not for me.
No
and
way.
finally, a car thief in China was found nearly dehydrated after he accidentally became trapped in a BMW he was trying to steal. The car's owner alerted police after receiving a phone call from the thief pleading to get him out of the sweltering vehicle. The suspect was so weakened by the oven-like interior, the police had to take him away in a wheelchair.
Oh.
So, wowzers. That is your scoop of the day.
I wonder if he'll sue the car owner.
I don't know. Probably. I don't know if you can. I have no idea. That is your scoop of the day. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
And it's time right now for
Dear John Letters.
Dear John.
All right, I'm putting my glasses on for this one, Heidi. I don't know.
Okay.
I have reading glasses.
You mean business.
I have reading glasses, and for whatever reason, I keep laying them on the counter, and I don't wear them, and I should absolutely, if you've been listening today, you know, I should be wearing these. All right, over here we go. Dear John, my neighbor has been a little flirty since I moved in a few years ago. I've always just been polite and never led him on at all. His wife is a wonderful woman and has become a bit of a friend. We don't hang out or anything, but she's very nice. Over the weekend, she was gone for a few days, and her husband was more than flirty.
Oh.
He even tried to get me to come over, saying, she's gone for the weekend, so you can stay over if you want.
Oh, my gosh.
I didn't join him. I actually went to visit my mother to get away from the whole awkward thing. My mom said I should tell his wife what happened. I'm not sure what to do since nothing really happened, but it could have if I would have been even remotely interested. Should I say something to her? Maybe she knows. I would feel really bad being the one to break up a marriage, but it's not really anything I'm doing. What do you think? Signed, Uncomfortable Neighbor. I'm going to yield the floor to my beautiful bride over here who, through this, has been gasping quite a bit. So tell me, what do you think here?
First of all, check out their yard. Do they have a bunch of gnomes?
I don't think that's a real thing.
Maybe they're, kind of feeling you out to see if you're interested in a little something else.
That. Yeah, somebody told us that if you have gnomes in your yard, that means you're a swinger.
Right.
I don't think that's a thing. I think it just means you like gnomes. So
that could be a thing. If you don't think that's a thing, then I would definitely tell her. I would absolutely tell her.
So let's do the pros and the cons of telling the wife. So the pros of telling the wife would be, I think that she probably either already knows or she should know if this has been going on. He's been flirting for a couple of years, and then when the wife was gone for a weekend, he was saying, hey, you want to come stay at my house? I mean, it's far beyond just, some guy being friendly. Mm-hmm. Because there are times where people think somebody's flirting, but they're just being a friendly neighbor. That if he's saying you can come and spend the weekend with me, that is definitely crossing a line.
I mean, unless your house was being fumigated and you needed a place to stay, that's inappropriate.
She's gone for the weekend, so you can stay over if you want. That's what the quote is. It's in quotes. I think that if it were me, I would probably talk to her about. And I don't know how would you bring it up? Because it's just such a weird thing. So I don't know if you...
Here's the thing.
Is there a Hallmark card for this kind of thing?
Oh, I doubt it. It would be better for you to tell her than to have her find out from maybe a friend in the neighborhood that you've confided in, because I'm pretty sure that the letter to the radio station wasn't your first stop with this particular question. So if somebody else says something to her and you did not, that would be worse.
And if he's been flirting with you, and it doesn't really say where this is happening, but if you're out getting mail and he runs out and he's chatting with you, she might think there's something going on between you guys already.
Right. She might think that you're somehow involved.
And again, I like that she says right in here that I've never let him on, and then when he was being kind of awkward, she just left for the weekend and went and stayed with mom. I think that's a good idea too. But I definitely think that I personally would say something, but I wish I could tell you how I would do it. I don't know. I would think about that long and hard first and go, what is the right way to say, do you know your husband's a dirtbag?
Wait for the block party and bring it up when everyone's together.
Hey, is he hitting on anybody else in the neighborhood? Anybody? Am I the only one? Just me? Anybody want some of this Jell-O surprise that I brought to the block party? I don't know. I just think it's awkward. But again, I don't think I would do like a letter. I think I would have a conversation.
I would have a conversation.
And it says right in here that they're not like best of friends, but you know her and she's a nice young lady. And here's the thing I would also say. Wouldn't you want to know?
Yep.
I would want to know.
Yep.
So
it's going to be painful. It's going to be tough, but...
And it says, again, I'll read the last line where she's saying...
You might be able to encourage them into counseling together, and maybe things will be better than they've ever been. So
she says, I would feel really bad to be the one who breaks up a marriage. I want to make sure I correct you on that. You wouldn't be the one. Right. His actions would be the one.
Right.
So he would be the one. So if you would like to chime in and help us out, Uncomfortable Neighbor would love your advice as well. I've got this letter posted on our Facebook page, facebook.com/JohnandHeidiShow. You can also chime in with your own letter, same place, or right on our website, johnandheidishow.com.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Cows kill more Americans every year than sharks do. Yeah. Well, sharks account for about 53 bites per year. Only one of those ever ends up being fatal, typically on average. Mm-hmm. Cows, on the other hand, or on the other hoof,
wow,
end up killing about 20 people per year, which is really sad to hear. That's bad. Coming up, I believe it's next week, Shark Week. It's next week or the following week.
Love Shark Week.
And I've got a person that's going to be talking to us about Shark Week, or maybe this week is Shark Week. I don't know. I've got it on my schedule. I haven't looked at my calendar in days, but I've got a guest. We're going to be talking about Shark Week whenever it is, sometime soon. We'll chat. I'll ask him if he knew about the cows. You think he knows about that?
Probably not.
All right. Well, it's a fun fact. And now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, a news headline from somewhere in this world, presented by RadioTravelGroup.com. Dateline, Japan. Japan is set to place Tokyo under a state of emergency that will last through the Olympics, fearing an ongoing COVID surge could multiply during the Games. The Games will take place without foreign spectators, so they're already saying nobody's allowed to come and join us and watch in the stands. But the planned 6-week state of emergency will likely end the chances of a local audience as well. So they're saying even the locals can't come out. Back in January, by the way, Florida offered to host the Olympics and told Tokyo, hey, if you don't want to do this, we can do it here. We're set. We're ready. We're good to go. And they're like, no, we got it. So it's some folks very upset about this. Imagine if you bought tickets to go to the Olympics. And you're like, hey, I'm going to go do this, and I'm going to check it out.
And honestly, that's something I've never thought about. Is that how it works? You have to buy, like, kind of like the Super Bowl? You buy tickets to go to this thing?
Did you think people just showed up?
I had no idea. I've never had any desire at all, except for when Nancy Kerrigan and Tanya Harding were... I would have paid quite a bit to be at that one, honestly.
That is a news headline from somewhere in this world.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. I have never heard of this before, but a New York man has not made a mortgage payment now in over 20 years, and he's dodged another eviction.
20 years?
Yeah. Germit Hanspol was saved from being kicked out on the streets again when a judge agreed to delay his case because his lawyer claimed co-counsel had been hired just days before the hearing. Records show he has avoided eviction multiple times over the years by filing lawsuits and bankruptcies. The man is 52. He reportedly has not made a single mortgage payment since 1998.
That is insane.
In 1998, he made one payment. Made his first payment, then he's made no more payments. According to the story, he's found a bunch of loopholes and technicalities thanks to a backlog of cases in housing court. The home was foreclosed on years ago, currently owned by Diamond Ridge Partners, the company that most recently took him to court. An attorney for that company last week said, hey, they pulled this last-minute attorney trick 40 times now.
Oh, that's
in addition to suing him, the company reportedly also previously offered to pay him $20,000 just to go.
Just go, dude.
But he said, I'm staying as long as I can. So 20 years.
I don't blame him. I mean, if he can.
What a bizarre story. It's today's weird news, brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Now your moment of duh, brought to you by BetterResultsAdvertising.com. A Georgia man was arrested after allegedly trying to sell duct-taped iguanas in a parking lot.
What?
Yeah. Daniel de Toro Mendez, a pet shop owner, is accused of capturing reptiles in Florida and then taking them back to the city where he lived and trying to sell them from his SUV. The iguanas were tied up with duct tape. Their legs were tied up in a non-ventilated area, which could actually cause them to die.
Oh, poor thing.
Charged with 22 misdemeanors, counts of animal cruelty. They say, I guess it was his impression that it was not an illegal act.
Well,
but it was. So the way he was holding them was bad.
Even if it wasn't illegal, it's immoral. You can't treat little things like that.
No, be nice to the little critters, and they'll be nice to you. Or they'll bite you, but be nice to them anyway. It's today's Moment of Duh. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you pack out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. This is my new favorite part of the program, by the way. So, ladies and gentlemen, gather around. We'll see if we get Heidi to guess correctly. Here we go. Harmony Hill, Colts Neck, New Jersey. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center? Harmony Hill.
I am going to say that is a rehab center.
Oh, man. No, it's a golf course. I'm sorry. You were on a roll, too.
I really wasn't.
Yeah, you were doing
it's like one day and then it's not.
You were doing really good. For those of you who play along at home, you have to keep track whether or not you are doing better than Heidi or not as good as Heidi. And then you'll have to report to me and let me know because I care about that kind of thing. I think it'd be fun. That is how we play. By the way, I'm always 100% right. You know why?
Because you have the answers.
I have the answers. That's how we play. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. And what an interesting story here from Sweden. Strangers unite to save people from a building on fire in Sweden. Complete strangers gathered together to save people from a burning apartment building. This happened on Sunday evening. Police currently investigating the incident. They think it's arson. They've labeled the investigation as such anyway, due to the nature of how the fire began. The fire started in a pile of trash that was on the inside of the building near the entrance. The fire quickly spread through the stairwell to an apartment. 3 people are currently being treated at a hospital. 26 were treated on the scene. The fire chief said, "It was amazing to see this kind of involvement and to act when other people were in danger. I am proud to see the residents acted the way they did." And there's video footage and there's like a cell phone footage of people like climbing out windows and other people on the ground helping them down so they wouldn't like fall and hit the ground. So it is really kind of cool when you think about it. How would you respond in a situation like that? Do you think you would do that, or would you have like run away?
Oh no, I would like to think that I would stick around and help.
I would
Absolutely.
like to think you
Why
would
would
too.
you?
I'm just asking. I'm not saying that you wouldn't. I'm not calling you a big old chicken or nothing like that.
I know you're not. I just can't imagine a situation where somebody wouldn't.
But you know what? There's a lot of people that don't. So I think it's really cool. And it always amazes me. You know, you would think people would step up and help. I was amazed. I had done an interview with somebody from the American Red Cross. To me, donating blood is just like second nature. I do that all the time. And I haven't recently, and I need to because I'm going in. I was going to do it last week, and then I didn't get to because the appointments were full.
That's a good thing.
So I'm going to make my appointment and go. But I found out that only 3% of people donate blood, which amazed me. I'm like, really? Only 3%? Yeah. Doesn't it seem like it should be more than that? So that's an easy one.
The life you save could be your own.
Absolutely could. All right. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Sorry to get way off track. I've got a link to the story that I was originally talking about in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.